Suntek is legit. And then we have the ceramic.
CIR, yeah.
And then the other one.
CXP.
So what would you do in your GT3?
I mean, what should you?
So I want 70. I want to do the whole windshield.
Yeah.
70%.
Yeah.
Preferably ceramic.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd do ceramic. Well, the CIR is their ceramic line.
Okay.
The CXP, I don't think is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it's considered a ceramic. But it's
I think it
has
right. I think it has some ceramic tendencies.
Yeah, but it's not classified as a ceramic out of the box.
Give me it again. CIR is the ceramic.
CIR is Suntek ceramic.
All right. All right. Well, that's what we're doing then. The only thing you have to on these, I learned the lesson, and I know that you can't completely avoid water, but the windshield, like the freaking car goes nutty, like when water gets under there. So we just have to try to keep as much water out of there as possible.
Yeah, we put down the towel and everything.
Yeah.
But this is probably about the 6th or 7th course that we've done.
Gotcha.
We've never really had an issue with it.
Really, both my GT3, both times tinted the windshield, and my Carrera S, like the windows stopped working, or the air vents would just turn on full blast and not turn off, and I'm freaking out. And then like a day later, it dried out and it was fine.
Yeah.
But something got wet.
Yeah, a lot of cars do that. Where, like, you'll get something wet, it'll throw every code.
Yeah.
Every crash sensor will be going off and everything else.
Yeah. So there's CXP and CIR. Which is the ceramic?
Ceramic is the CIR.
Okay.
And it's actually, that's the acronym for carbon IR. It is the foundation of our carbon-based automotive window film, which drives the performance of the product, but because it is ceramic, you're going to have the highest level of performance overall of any window film offering we now
Right,
have.
it's almost like a polarized sunglass, right? You're rejecting some of the heat and absorbing some of the UV, then protecting your dash and stuff.
That's
right?
correct.
CIR is the non-ceramic.
No, that is the ceramic.
CXP is the non-ceramic.
Well, that's correct. We do not market CXP as a true ceramic film.
Okay.
What's unique about CXP in this category of construction is that the performance is very high. It actually outperforms some ceramic constructed films on the market, but from an installer's perspective, it gives them the ease of installation in terms of how well it heat shrinks when you're actually applying the film.
Sure.
And then what both of these films offer is the balance that a vehicle really, like this beautiful car and anyone's car, really demands. Once you install window film, it balances the vehicle. You'll see a transformation in terms of even this amazing Porsche, how it's going to look once you have window film on it.
Yeah, it looks better, and then
yes.
For me, and being in Central Florida, it cuts down the pain. You get in the car and it's 95 and 95% humidity, and you get in the car, it just takes the edge off. It cools off quicker, and then for me with this expensive leather dash, and that's why I like ceramic so much, and that's why I'm blaspheming here, and I illegally tint the whole windshield. But that's why I do a really thin or really light 70% film, heat rejecting film. I'm not doing that to look cool. I'm doing that to protect my eyes, protect the dash, protect the car. Right. And then I never really even have to wear sunglasses in the car.
Well, and it's true. And again, between these two films, you're going to get, in both of the categories of construction, the highest levels really that are attainable.
Gotcha.
And still maintaining the aesthetic
that
consumer demands, which is, for the CXP, it's more of a matte black finish once it's installed on the car. For the CIR, it's going to have a little different hue, but that's typical with true ceramic constructions. It's going to look different, but it still has that nice black undertone to it. So, but you're going to get more performance overall with the CIR, and that's going to be literally 85% IR rejection through every shade.
Sweet.
And that's the difference. And it is palpable in the car, and you will know it in Florida.
All right, cool.
When you feel the inside of your car once you have it applied.
Well, I guess I'm sold. Let's do it.
Well, all right,
All right.
let's do it.
All right, thanks. So what are you doing? Just adding the jacks just for some stability?
They're a little nervous to climb in and out.
Alright.
The jack stands itself.
I'm,
I just put the jacks back in place.
all right, sweet. It looks good on jack stands though.
Normally we don't tint cars on jack stands.
Anything special about Suntek ceramic that you need to do? Any special
No.
shrinking procedures or anything that this stuff needs?
It's the same way as every other film. Just a little bit more time. Just because of the ceramic.
Yeah, so any ceramic's going to require a little more.
Yeah, just because it's typically a little bit thicker.
Gotcha.
So since it's a little bit thicker, it'll take to the heat a little differently.
So if you, let's say you had to remove film off of the rear with the defroster, does that mean your defroster's toast? Are you guys able
Not
to?
exactly.
Are you,
You would probably use the steamer to heat it up and then pull it,
yeah.
and then use something like a adhesive remover to get the glue off.
But it doesn't come off in like a full sheet, does it, usually?
It depends on the film and how long the film's been on, really.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like older film, it won't come off in one sheet. It'll be pieces. But usually if it's a good film, it'll kind of peel right off, and
Yeah.
you'll have a little bit of adhesive left over and stuff. But a lot of the newer films are a little bit easier now.
Yeah. Same general procedure I'm used to, where you cut it slightly oversized and you shrink it and then make the final trimming. And then the joy of trying to get in the back seat there to get it on.
That's really the fun part.
We're gonna have to get Dan back there or something. We gotta get someone smaller than all of us back
Jam
there.
him back there, and we could watch him.
Yeah.
We'll coach him through.
I think this is a darn Suntek advertisement here. Got Suntek right on the back wall there, and this is great.
Too bad I don't have a Suntek shirt right now.
Yeah.
Like I'll usually leave like the last inch or two.
Yeah.
And then I'll go on the other side and heat it.
Yeah.
And then I'll get all of it again after I hit.
So okay, so you can get 80%.
Because a lot of times some of the like ceramics, it'll create like a huge tension in one corner.
Mhm.
So unless you relieve like the other side, you'll fight yourself, and then that's where it'll crease or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a process that's worked well for you, no matter what you're...
Yeah, everybody does it different. It's just that I like to do it that way because then I know that I don't have any tension built up on one side. And it seems to want to just flow straight down once you get one side.
That's interesting.
I've seen it done millions of different ways, and yeah, as soon as I get the one side to not have tension, it just, as you can see, it just lays straight down.
Is that the usual card that you heat shrink with, that right there?
What's that?
The usual card that you use?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to use a glove. And then,
Well, I've seen the Mac Tack, I've seen hard cards.
oh yeah, then there's guys that even use like paper towels wrapped on cards.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I've always liked this card because it kind of glides pretty well. Once it gets broken in, it gets that little bit of a curve to it.
You ever tried it with the Mac Tack?
Yeah, I didn't care for it because when I did try with the Mac Tack, I was actually like wet shrinking.
Mm-hmm.
And once it gets wet, it kind of gets weird, you know?
Uh-huh.
Well, because the film, this is the backing on top, right? The
Yeah.
film's underneath that. No pressure on the 20 hours of paint correction I have on that white paint there. So this is why I always get in trouble on the videos saying, those guys don't want you watching them do their work. So that's what always happens. You know, because I'll go to like the shop and we'd be working on aligning the car and I'm just asking questions. And
Yeah.
people think that I'm like critiquing.
Everybody.
Yeah. Like, that guy doesn't want you there. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he does.
It doesn't bother me, dude.
It's called Grandpa Orange.
Grandpa Orange.
But I thought all Corvettes, I thought that's what they leaded the colors with.
Fake
Senior blue.
all else fails, do it the old-fashioned way, right?
Yep. That's why everybody always said, you have to plotter to tint and all
No,
that
you
stuff.
don't.
We learned to do it the good old-fashioned way first.
Yeah.
It has saved several times. Because not every pattern's good or right or.
So now he's going to shrink it, and then cut it to fit. You got to get a good cleaning to the windows for.
Yeah, scrubbing everything off of it
as
in
if you-
case there's any type of stickers or anything on them.
Because if you leave junk on there, then you're going to see it, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you'll get specs, and then, like I said, sometimes a lot of glass companies have like stickers or whatever from
Yeah.
wherever they apply it and whatnot.
New installation technique?
No, you hold your arms straight out.
You put the film across your head, step in there,
Yeah.
and lay it in. That's Frankenstein.
The levers on the bottom in front of the fire extinguisher.
You got an inch.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of room.
Did you go through the center?
Yeah, I think that's about the only way I'm getting through here.
Just when I thought there wasn't a body panel left on this thing to take apart. These are plotter cut. Comes out with that. It almost seems like for tinting, the plotter doesn't really help you all that much, does it?
It does if you have a glass board.
Okay.
Game.
How was it knock at us?
If you had a glass board,
It seems
put
like
this all up,
this
peel it
table.
right off.
It seems like an official tinting table to me. Official
kills-
clear film
kills
Costco special.
Yeah, it's literally the cost.
It's lifetime rated. That's the name. The name's on
And
it.
it says PPF on the side.
Is that baby shampoo?
It's actually Joy dish soap.
Uh,
You seem to like it better.
It's funny when you see.
we don't use junk on my RS.
Use one of these.
We only use unicorn dust. So we're dialing in, and by we, I mean they are dialing in the side windows with our 20%, and the rear, same 20%. So we're doing obviously sides, the little back windows. So this one's done. It always looks darker on camera, and then the rear, the rear and sides and the little side window will all be the same. And then we'll do 70% on the windshield. So with the light in the background gives you a good sense of the darkness. So even though these are the ceramic, from my experience, the ceramics at 20% is not like an old school 20%. They tend to be a little lighter. That's why I always go a little darker. Or darker. I guess I could say a lower percentage. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm going to have all these projects done in like a week. And I'm not going to have any videos to make. So while you're shrinking, why wouldn't you push it all out to one end? It's like, see, I noticed you making these little pockets that just helps with shrinking.
Well, the
So you
film
can shrink it
only
evenly.
shrink. The film only shrinks so much. So if you have excessive over here, you'll never have the film won't move enough to shrink for you. Just keep walking it.
What do you do at the bottom?
I'll over shrink. I'll double shrink the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That way it makes it tight on the seal, and I don't have to worry about fingers popping up later. Water fingers, air fingers, anything like that.
Alright, so he's
More bad than good. More bad situation.
cutting the film to fit.
I mean, I have one situation where I was selling the car.
I did 4 days of trying to catch every cool thing that's happening, and I'm glad I didn't come over here and say, hey, did you remember about this spot? I think you missed the spot.
No, yeah. Let it set up. Now I cut it off.
There's our darkness. There's our tinted, what it looks like. Rear. You just, the rear's done. So that's what the tint looks like. Give you an idea of. So from the outside, it looks super dark, but when you're in the inside, I find that doing this level of tint, so let's assume that was the sun there, isn't obstructing. What happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor, foot to the floor.